Welcome back to another episode of It's Debatable. I'm your host, Sebastian, here with co-host Justin, and we are talking WWE. I know it's been a while, y'all. I know y'all want to catch up with our content, our takes. Y'all know we love talking WWE, but it's definitely been a while. We were supposed to do our backlash. What was it? Recap of backlash. I don't know if you want to start there, but I
That,
feel like that's just bad. Honestly, for the fans, we're not doing it. I'll let you know right
he
now.
said for the fans, we're not doing it.
For fans, we're not doing it. Yeah, as time has passed, man, you'll catch us on another backlash, man. But
No,
oh, my fault. I'll let you take the floor.
no, we can. We're gonna just try to address a couple different things. But just with the time we have. But let's just start with the biggest news that just happened over the last week: the return of Brock Lesnar. Very interesting. Definitely no one's seen it coming. So let me start right there. We can't we can't keep switching the goalpost, everybody. We can't say, "Oh, we want WWE to be unexpected and we don't like seeing the same thing every time." No one's seen him coming back.
Yeah, name one person I predicted Brock Lesnar coming back.
It wasn't even like it was reported on all the dirt sheets and all those. It was nothing. So no one literally seen it coming. So now we can't say, "Oh my God, why would they do something?" It's like everyone just keep a cool booty. All right, calm down. Like now, do I think it makes sense? I'm going to say no. Only because I thought it was a perfect way to end his career at WrestleMania. Right? They had damn near the match of the weekend, right? Some people's gonna say Roman and CM Punk, some people might say Brock and Oba, right? It's to your preference. But it was the perfect send off, right? The match was an A to me. The him leaving the boots in the middle of the ring, right, hugging Paul Heyman. It was literal cinema, right? Then that turns out to not be the story anymore, right? We see Oba's coming out for the open challenge, right? And then we don't know who it's gonna be, right? The lights turn off because he's trying to finish his entrance, and then we just seen someone grab him up. Lights turn on. It's Brock Lesnar hitting him with about 4 to 5 F5s. Yeah. Then we see right later Paul Heyman is talking to Nick Aldis, and he says, "What I got in my hand is the contract for the biggest rematch of all time." Right. So what are you gonna do about it? The ball's in your court. All right. Adam Pierce is looking shocked. So we are here. I don't know what the plan is. WWE has to let us understand why they're doing what they're doing. Does he want to retire at at SummerSlam in his hometown? Does he want to be a champion again? Does he want to retire next year at WrestleMania and have sort of like a farewell tour where we get to see him go up against some people like a Braun Breaker, like a Ilya Dragunov, like a Jacob Fatu, right? Like a Gunther, right? Does he feel a way about being retired by a black person? Like we don't know. Like I don't know anything right now, right? All I know is he's back in the contract that's been given to Adam Pierce. Seb, how do you feel about all this?
Well, my first thing when I seen Brock come back, I said, yeah, y'all thought Brock was done? My son spin the block. Nigga said, fuck a retirement. You thought I was gonna go out like that, getting embarrassed? I must not know I'm the beast incarnate, fucking Brock Lesnar. And I said, you know what? I'm not even mad at it. Because if you didn't have no real direction for Oba, you're keeping him away from Roman, you're making him get the fucking out of Berto and the other nigga I forgot, and then you go to Los Gatos or whatever, and it's gonna bring them to the front. Nah, no. What I seen is I seen okay, if this is not done, this was very compelling. This was one of the interesting stories in WrestleMania leading up into Mania, and nobody had no problems with it. So whoever has a problem with it now say, "Oh, why are they doing this again?" You wasn't a fan to begin with. You just wanted a WrestleMania moment. If this is a feud, fuck it. I like it. I like it. If this is the plan that they have for Brock and this is the plan that they have for Oba in the meantime, until the real feud comes for Oba, it worked the first time. Why wouldn't it work the second time? And I feel like this is what we're gonna get clash in Italy. I'm not against it one bit. When I tell you I'm not against it one bit, I actually like the
But
move. I like
but does that take? Oh, you said a WrestleMania moment. Those
no,
those are important. So does that not take away from WrestleMania now? Some people are saying that that takes away from WrestleMania because that was a moment to where we felt that was the perfect Brock Lesnar retirement.
yeah, but that doesn't take away enough from Mania. Mania happened, and what you felt in that moment, you're gonna feel differently, wise. What you feel the first
Well, yeah,
time you're
because but he didn't retire then, so you might feel differently. It was a retirement. He did not retire.
you didn't officially say that.
Wait,
Did
what?
he officially say he's retiring, or that was a spin?
Seb, you don't got to be that literal. Obviously, he did not say that he was retiring, but that he did he checked off every box of a retirement. When you leave your boots in the middle of the ring, Seb, that means you're retired.
Hey man, all I know, one thing for sure, two things for certain. What you felt at WrestleMania, you felt at WrestleMania. But if you telling me you still get Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, I have no complaints. There's a lot of stuff WWE that where I thought this was the end, and then he said, "Oh, you're going back to this." Happens all the time. You know how much times I've seen Edge say I'm hanging up my boots, and then comes back and said I'm cleared, I'm ready to wrestle again. 3 different times. I am fine with it. I'm not taking away enough for WrestleMania. I'm not even taking enough away from the build up because I enjoyed every moment of it, and we had even discussions saying how would this be a night one main event or something like that. Does it take away from it? Is it going to take away from the match at Clash of Castle? I highly doubt it. It's going to take away from their feud. Highly doubt it though. So if you want to go in that direction and say it takes away from WrestleMania, you have every right to feel like that because you thought it was the end. But there's more to come, and maybe you could build something more special.
No, yeah, I definitely understand. I'm just playing devil's advocate, right? Speaking for some of the people, right? I could definitely see that side. Um, if the match does take place at Clash in Italy, I'll put money down. Oba's not going to win.
I don't think
Like, so, because I don't see Brock losing twice. Does this now lead to maybe a third match at SummerSlam? Even though that's kind of a month or two gap in between. So, what do we. My thing is this. Now this falls on creative, right? And we've seen creative at times do something that has everybody talking, and then the payoff is not what it is. Right? They build something up, and then for it to be Pat McAfee. You feel what I'm saying? So, and do I trust creative? No. Creative does things that does not make sense, right? I remember I just seen Santi, right? And I remember I commented under his thing, he was talking about the booking of a lot of the champions recently, and a lot of it just absolutely made no sense. Right? He talked about the booking of Jade Cargill, her being a champion over 100 days, and she defended it before Rhea Ripley at Mania one time. Like I don't even understand how that happens as a creative. Right? So the ball's in their court now. What are you going to do with with this Brock Lesnar return and this Obafemi situation? Because before you got Brock to come back, and I'm pretty sure they threw a beautiful number at him. All right. Um, before he came back, the direction of Oba was what? They literally did the easiest thing you can do in WWE, which is an open challenge. This is why I had a problem with them doing that over on SmackDown when they kept doing that with whoever was the U.S. champion. No stories for them. Just let's just keep making them do an open challenge, right? And I'm not saying you'll never get a good match out of that because these are some of the best wrestlers in the world. They're in WWE. right? But what are the actual stories that are being told? So like I said, I'm interested to see what happens. Is because once again, not I didn't see nothing made official yet. I didn't see no contract signed. We didn't hear how Oba felt, which is why Monday Night Raw coming up definitely going to be interesting. um yeah, and we're just gonna have to see. Let's move to another topic. I want to get your opinion on. We have seen a lot of the NXT call ups recently, right? The Ricky Saints of the world, the JC Janes, the Ethan Pages. How have you felt about the call ups, and who's been a standout to you, and who do you think still has some work to do?
Um, so my thoughts on the NXT call up to answer into the order that you asked. I've actually been a fan of the NXT call ups. I do feel as if a lot of these talents are going to be the future. And I just think that you might as well get them accustomed now, whether it's being in the mid card or maybe just even a job right now. Everybody's going to get their chance to shine. I feel like in this NXT class. The call ups recently, I feel like you really take that leap, whether it's the Soul Rukas of the world, whether it's the Fatal Influence, whether it's Each and Page, the Ricky Saints. I feel like they all can provide something in their own manner, all right, to really make both brands interesting. And so, for one, to answer the second part of your question, who has been, I feel like, the standout thus far for me, I'd have to say Ethan Page. I think right now Ethan Page has the it factor. And when I watched his promo and the sit down with Michael Cole and just the way that he articulated that why his ego, why he feels as if he's the best. Ethan Page is going to be a major player on the main roster for years to come. I see this guy definitely having a couple of world title runs in him. I think that Ethan Page is the future. I think that he has the promo skills. He plays a great heel. I think Ethan Page should never even touch being a babyface. I think him as a heel is where the money is at, and I think Ethan Page can be a money maker because no matter how you want to put it, the way he can articulate how he moves, how he's gonna do this depends on how he can just backdoor his way into situations. He's bound for greatness. And I think if Penta is to lose the Intercontinental title as in his main event to Ethan Page, I wouldn't even be mad at that. I'm actually a fan of Ethan Page right now. I think that was one of the best call-ups thus far. Um Now to answer the third part of your question was what I think needs a little more work. That's tough because I think they're all getting put in such a good spot right now to where I can't really see who really needs work. If I had to say, I say maybe we need more of an identity for Soruka. She's awesome. Don't get me wrong. In-ring work is awesome. But I think just more of her character hasn't resonated with the fans just yet. Like we know Ethan Page has the whole ego gimmick. Fatal Influences is a bunch of young girls just trying to take over the SmackDown roster. Ricky Saints is just all about him and just how he's Showtime. Trick Williams is whoop that. Trick Javon Evans is just the high flyer steals the show. Obafemi is the ruler. Soul Ruka has just the it fact, not the it fact that I say, and that's no disrespect, but just the looks, I'd say, the in-ring ability. I just think that the character development needs to just have a little more work. And that's not a knock on Soruka. I think that she's gonna be solid. But I do feel as if, maybe we could just something that gravitates us more to her character is definitely gonna be something that I'm itching to see. So I say that needs a little more work. Not saying she's doing a bad job right now because we still got to get to see the Becky Lynch versus Soruka at Saturday night's main event though, but I'm just very interested to see how her role plays in this main roster, especially on Raw.
Yeah, I think you made a great point. I think Soruka will be a star, right? She has the look and she has the in-ring ability. It's just when I'm seeing, I know the promo that her and Becky Lynch cut on that last Monday Night Raw. I heard what she was saying, but I didn't feel what she was saying, right? I heard it, right? I know she wants to be that top girl, right? Wants to beat Becky Lynch and wants to prove herself. I get it, but I didn't feel the passion. Right. I remember, and we spoke about this months ago on this platform. I remember when Trick Williams made his debut on SmackDown, right? And he started talking his shit, right? And coming at Sami Zayn. I was eating up every word, right? I felt that everything he was saying, like that was naturally him, right? So I think with So Broke, I think it's a little bit of nerves, right? You're on Netflix. You're going up against the man Becky Lynch, one of the the greatest female superstar of all time. And it's not just her saying it; everybody's saying it. The Bleacher Report is saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it. So I definitely think that's a tall test or a tall task to get through. But I think this is definitely going to make her better. But then because I like we like to be honest on here. I think not in terms of her entire career, but just her stock right now. I feel like this Becky Lynch feud could make or break her. I'm gonna say this because look at Lyra Valkyria, right? And not saying Lyra Valkyria shouldn't be on the main roster, not saying she can't wrestle, not saying anything like that because she is one of the best, right? I think her working with Bailey has helped in a way. But remember, Lyra was she was the first Intercontinental Champion, correct?
Was she the first? I believe so. Yeah.
Right. The inaugural. So she had it, and I feel like they was really gonna give her a big push. But then I don't know if you remember the promo that she cut. It was terrible.
Like you said, it was terrible.
No, it just wasn't good. She started talking about I'm wearing my Becky Stomper, started twirling around in the ring. She looked like a fool. I don't know who gave her that script. I don't know if that was a setup, like, but it just was not good. And then ever since then, she's just been a quote unquote Bailey's sidekick. So I'm just saying that you can either go through a feud with Becky Lynch and end up as a Bianca Belair, or you can have a feud with Becky Lynch and be thrown into the tag team division. Just calling things how I see it.
You said tag team purgatory.
I'm just hey, have I said anything that's not true?
Nah, you ain't saying nothing wrong.
That's all I'm saying. So Ruka, lock in. I definitely think you can do it. Just make us believe you. Feel me? Um,
For much.
say it again.
I said we not asking for much.
No, I definitely, if I had to put money on it, I think she'll pass this test. Just make sure you do. Um, but once again, shout out to Fatal Influence for what they're doing over there on SmackDown. They're definitely just playing their heel personas to a T. I love everything that I'm seeing. I actually think it should have been, and we can get into Saturday night's main event. Um, I think it should have been Fatal Influence versus Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa. I get Jay Cargill is back. And that faction, we have to see what they're made out of too. So shout out to the women's division on SmackDown that they're actually trying to now build up, and they kind of needed to. Um, but I think that Fatal Influence needs to get that ultimate push. Sometimes I don't get now with WWE. It's like they don't just with some a lot of these newer people just throw them the ball and tell them right, take us home. I remember growing. Say it again.
Like take us to the promised land.
Yeah, like I remember growing up. I don't know if you remember when Sheamus came on the scene. How quickly did he win a WWE championship? In like 2 months.
Like 2 months into the main roster.
Yeah, and then defeated John Cena. Right when the Nexus came around, and they had that segment where they came out and destroyed everything on Monday Night Raw. Right? If it wasn't for John Cena playing those politics in the back, would have been one of the greatest factions of all time, and it happened very quickly. So I think WWE needs to learn how to pull the trigger again. But once again, this is what I commented under Santi's post. I said, and I quote, someone has to say it. WWE has to clean house when it comes to their creative team besides Triple H.
You gotta listen to the young folks.
So that's all of them in there. Bobby Roode and Bruce Pritchard. The guy who be wearing the cowboy hat all the damn time. Um there's all those people. I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing. I think they know what they're doing for back in the day. A lot of their tactics and ideas are real hit and miss now.
Yeah, I don't
It
think I've
really-
never seen nothing that really stick.
right? And once again, I gave you the example of how did all y'all in the back do a WWE Women's Championship reign like that for Jay Carter? The 6 to 8 of y'all people in there, however much it is, that's the best y'all came up with to give her one title defense before WrestleMania, and that was with Jordan Grace, which was a good match by the way, but that was it. Carmelo Hayes being the United States champion, you just give him an open challenge every week and no story with not one mid Carter. Do I have to bring up Julia? So we're gonna have to see, but let's do these predictions for Saturday night's main event. We already talked about two of the matchups, but let's get your just prediction on the outcome. Becky Lynch and Sol Ruka, who do you have winning?
I have Becky Lynch winning. I just don't think they're gonna put. I think there's just exposure for Soruka. I don't think it's gonna be time yet to make her a champion. But I definitely do feel like this is like her coming out party, so people are gonna get more custom. If she hits it on the dot, fans are gonna be wanting more. Like, yes, we want to see more Soruka, Soruka. So that match is just this is my intro. I'm not gonna win it, but it's my intro to Yaz. Becky. I mean, that's Soruka.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna say that Sol Ruka wins this match. Once again, I'm not sure if it's a title match or not. I seen at first it wasn't a title match. Then I seen them post on Instagram, on WWE page. It's for the Intercontinental title. I think they're all confused. Um,
We're making
but
views.
listen, I don't know, but I think Sol Ruka wins the match. One, due to the fact I think they want to do a rematch of this match at Clash in Italy. Um, and for the second reason, Sol Ruka's already lost the first two matches on the main roster. Um, you know, I understand that she faced Io Sky and Liv Morgan. So for her just to get a win like that, maybe not yet, but for her to lose three in a row for her start, we gotta remember momentum and that people's attention span in 2026 is like a squirrel. Right? So we can't just keep having her just lose. I think a win at Saturday night's main event doesn't hurt anybody in that picture. You could run it back at Clash of Italy. Let's move on to the next matchup. Once again, we're gonna have Jade Cargill, B Fab, and Meechin. Even though does their faction name have a group? I said a group. Does their faction name have a name?
B mentioned Cargill.
Excuse me?
B mentioned Cargill.
That's
Nah,
disgusting.
I just came up with that on the fly.
I know you did because I don't think creative is that fucking stupid. But going up against Jade, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. Um, I'm not sure really what's at stake at this match. I don't know if they want to do a Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley again. I'm not sure what's gonna come out of all this. I'll just go with the baby faces. I think Rhea, Alexa, and Charlotte pick up the win here. I definitely think this is gonna be the first time we see Rhea Ripley in a match since WrestleMania. So the first time her in a match as a champion, I definitely think they want to start building up her momentum. So I think it'll be a good match. And I think actually I smell some shenanigans. I smell fatal influence. So I definitely think that they get involved in this match and maybe they cost Rhea Ripley the match. But I'm still gonna stick with my pick though. I'm just gonna take Rhea, Alexa, and Charlotte to win the match.
I'm not mad at it. I got maybe Meechin, Jade Cargill, and BFAB with the help of Fatal Influence. Or I just think it's a disqualification, and whoever wins the disqualification. I just don't think that match ends.
Okay. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I think we both agree that fatal influence in some capacity just gets involved. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Ethan Page going up against Zero Miedo Penta for the IC title. Gonna be very interesting. I don't know if they pulled the trigger just yet on Ethan Page winning the title. Could they? For sure. Um, but I just don't know. I think this one is hard to call. I feel like if this was on FanDuel, the odds would be very, very close. I don't think someone would be favorited to win. Um, I'm not sure how much more they wanna do with Penta with this IC title. There definitely is more stuff you could do. I just don't know. Um, I'm just gonna go for the upset. Fuck it. I got Ethan Page winning his first title within his first month in well, his first main roster title. Then the first month of his WWE career. I'm gonna take Ethan Page to win the IC title against Penta.
Yeah, I got the same thing too. I think if you could have pulled that move, you could do it now. All respect to what Penta has done with the IC title, but I think a heel with the title definitely makes it a little more interesting.
Right. Hold on. Um, what else matches are on this card? I'm drawing a blank right now. I know those three.
Let me check.
My fault, y'all. There's so many fucking events this fucking month. Like a little hard to keep up. Everybody, calm down.
We got the Vision versus the Street Profits.
Um, I think the Street Profits should win this match. I think the momentum that they have right now on Monday Night Raw, I'll give, especially Montez Ford, I'll give them some credit right now. They've came back after their hiatus. They're in better shape. When I'm hearing Montez Ford talk, especially his interactions with Seth Rollins, it's like I feel the passion, right? I feel the seriousness. I feel the intensity, the grittiness that Montez Ford is trying to display right now with his character. I feel like he knows that we're another bad run away from being in next year's releases. Just calling a spade, and I don't think they should be released. But I'm just saying how this WWE thing works. So I definitely think they're doing a great job so far here on Monday Night Raw. The crowd is definitely engaged with them. And I think, yeah, I think right now you pull the trigger on them winning. And then for the vision, can we end the vision? Can we just end it? It's not how it was supposed to be, and that's due to injury. I 100% understand that. But this is not it. Braun Breaker with Logan Paul and Austin Theory. It's just not doing it. Austin Theory is the WWE version of an NPC. And I think he's so young in his career that he should have been something more. And I just think WWE dropped the ball again with his return. You just threw him into a group and he's not the main character, he's a side character. It's just like I just don't I'm not sure where does he go from here. He may be like a Cody Rhodes to where he may have to leave the company, become a bigger star, and then maybe he comes back. Cause do you see him right now climbing up the card ladder?
Nah, if I'm being honest, that's the last thing I see.
Yeah, like just being a, we're honest here on this platform. Everyone could be in their feelings if they want. Like,
Pressure.
yeah, it's just I don't feel the pressure to be a fan of you.
No, I think I hate that shit. I ain't going front, bro. I am be trying to sound like a hater though, but I be hating how that shit sound.
Yeah, it's just he's trying to force a character that I mean, we already kind of seen him as a heel his last run. It's just now he's a like trying to be a more serious heel before he was like a more gimmicky heel. It's just no, you had it when he was about to be a babyface and turn on Grayson Waller,
Yeah,
right?
I thought that was gonna be the beginning of something special.
Right then, yeah. You see, look what you just said. You had some type of investment in that stock right there. You said, okay, this could be something. You didn't do it. They didn't even let them have a feud. You bring him back, and then instead of pairing him with the Seth Rollins and having him like as a mole type character, there's so much you could have did right there. You say no, we're just gonna have him just be a part of the vision.
And to say pressure.
So and Logan Paul, it's crazy. Logan Paul has more character than Austin Theory, and Austin Theory's been around longer than Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is probably the best thing about the vision.
Like I
Am I
just
crazy
don't.
to say that?
No, you're not crazy to say that. And that's no disrespect to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's his own entity. I just don't think he's flourishing as a part of the vision. Like Braun Breaker right now should be competing for world titles. He's that type of talent. Not keeping this feud with Seth Rollins. You gotta know when something just died. It's like a dude keep trying to go back to the same girl and keep trying to make the relationship work. Brother, it's
Give
dead.
it up.
You gotta move on. Like so at the end of the day, back to the prediction. I got the Street Profits winning this title.
Yeah, I got the vision just of the stake. That's how WWE prolongs their story. I think they're gonna make it a whole thing to where Seth accidentally costs the Street Profits, and we're gonna take this thing all the way to SummerSlam, maybe a 6-man tag match.
Boring. But I mean, I could definitely see them doing that with this creative team.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. Also, you know, free my man Ludwig Kaiser. Um,
I
I
heard that
think-
nigga was on us. He might be the next Alberto Del Rio.
like, all right, hold on. Whoa, that was a crazy comparison. What the fuck would that come from?
It's the Bleacher Report saying that. I seen the reports, man. He was bugging out. He talking about I'm gonna call ice on his shit.
Listen, man, like I don't know what happened in that elevator. Um, I
Shit, they gotta be some footage, bro. If they could get footage of Jay-Z, Solange, and Beyonce on the elevator, they could get footage of Ludwig Kaiser on the elevator.
listen, I don't know what happened on that elevator. I heard that he was with a nice young lady. Um, you definitely seen her over there in AAA. I understand why Ludwig Kaiser crashed out for obvious reasons. But yeah, free my man. I definitely want to see that mass versus mass match. If because of this we don't get the end to that story, I'm going to be pissed.
Nah, I'm generally gonna be pissed too.
Because you already left it off Mania and threw it over here to AAA. Thank God the fucking Undertaker, him doing a great job behind the scenes of AAA, saved that story. So now it's like if we don't get that, it's like, oh my fucking God. Shit, man. But that was just a little side story for y'all. Um what are we talking about?
Oh shit, we talking
Drawing
about
a
the.
blank, y'all. My fault. My brain ain't all the way there.
I think we was talking about the vision.
Right, you said you had division winning. If that happens, I guess I'm just sick of division. But what's the next match? I know we got like one more, right?
We got Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Force.
Okay. Um, It's weird to me. I feel like even though they're twins, is it me? I feel Bree feels so different from Nikki. I don't know. I feel like when Nikki was here, they're just two different people, even though they're twins. Is it
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I think Bree's more calm.
Yeah, yeah,
Love the shit talker.
yeah. So,
I feel like with them right now, they feel like baby faces. Like when Nikki was on her heel run, and that kind of slowed down once Bree came back.
yeah, they were like baby faces and heels at the same time.
But does that cause a story? Does that make for a story when Nikki gets back?
Oh, I'll put all the money in the world. Nikki Bella is coming back at Saturday night's main event tomorrow.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah, for the people that's touching it, congratulations. But that's a story for another day. Nikki Bella will return in this tag team match, and she will attack her sister and Paige. I already seen the reports that she wants to be a heel again, even though she was a heel, but then wasn't a heel. Either way, she wants to come back and say, "How dare you just turn your back on me? I'm supposed to be your sister, and you team up with this Australian slut." Well, my fault, Paige. Hold on, my
What?
fault. I didn't mean it like that.
What
Even
the
even though you have some footage out there that says otherwise, but that's another story
what
for
footage?
another.
You seen the footage?
Did I see the footage?
Yeah. What footage?
I, listen. I'm not saying I seen it, but I know what's going on. But
Footage?
excuse me.
Can I get some footage of that?
All right, you're sick, yo. What? Why would you? He said, "Could I get some footage?"
Nigga, I ain't going front. Yo,
Why?
Paige,
Wait. Why do you need footage for? What do you mean by that? Why do you
you look
need footage?
crackable.
Excuse me.
You look crackable. I crack Paige.
Hold on, I gotta take a call. I don't know what Seb's talking about right now.
All right, yo, we gotta stop acting like some of these women in WWE are not crackable.
Hold on, wait. What do you mean by crack? Some of the fans don't know what you mean by crack. What is
Man,
that?
like if I had the opportunity, I would a lot of these women wrestlers,
Wait, what is
married
huh?
or not,
Excuse me?
married or not.
Married? Wait, whoa. Also, talking about married. Shout out to Io Sky. I definitely seen that. She
She
definitely.
crackable too.
All right, come on, Seb. Come on, Seb. Like, not Io. Like, come on. She.
Nigga, she
That's
crackable.
a nice lady right there. Come on, Seb. What's
Yes,
wrong with
I would love to crack that nice lady. Straight up, nigga. What are we talking about, man? I can't even ask you because you damn near might as well be married, nigga. I gotta talk to somebody
I
else.
have no. I'm not interested in no.
Nigga,
I'm not.
I'm gonna do an episode
I'm
strictly
not.
pass.
I'm.
Smash and pass,
I'm
yo.
not interested in any WWE females
Cap,
at this
cap,
at the,
cap, cap,
I'm
cap.
not interested. I'm
Lola
just
Vice
not.
threw it at you right now.
Who?
Yeah, Lola Vice threw it at you right now. You folding like
Hold on. I'm getting
yeah, niggas is folding like lawn chairs, bro. It's all right, man. A lot of these little shit.
a phone back. I don't know what Seth was talking about Lola Vice. I think she's doing a great job at NXT as a double champion, right?
For obvious reasons.
Shout out shout out to Lola Vice. All right, we're getting way off. I don't even know how did we get here, but who do you have winning that tag team match?
Me.
Wait, who?
Me. Nah, I gotta chill. Nah, I got shit. I got the what they call it, the irresistible force. Lash Legend, Nia Jax. I think this tag team title gets bounced around like a ping pong spliff, man. I think like you do say, you do make a good point. Maybe Nikki Bella comes back and gets on her heel shit because she's overwhelmed with jealousy that she's winning tag titles by her sister. I think that plays a big role. I think, first of all, if he was to show me Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Paige and Brie Bella in real life, I would never
Nigga said it in real life.
in real life. In real life, 12 times out of 12, 100 times out of 100. Lash Legend is washing the fuck out of both of them. Nia Jax is washing the fuck out of both of them, bro. Like that shit is not even a fair matchup, bro. And you tell me Paige Little Petite Self, Breed Petite Self, they gonna go up against these women, these stallions? I'm going off of that shit. I said irresistible force wins because how do you even make that make sense? I really want to see what WWE does Saturday
I said we seen Rey Mysterio beat the Big Show. Like, what are we talking about right now?
because he has heart.
Let's not act like now we have to make it to where the big people have to win against little people. Let's not do that, Seb.
All
Let's
right,
not.
that's 1v1, 2v2.
What? Okay, what does that mean? The tag team, all the rules off the table?
I just want to see how that works.
He's not gonna see how that works. Listen.
They're
Shout
gonna
out to
get squashed. What Nia Jax say? Squashed.
shout out to Lash Legend. I was definitely watching some of her basketball highlights. She was a problem.
Now she
Um,
that was man. Still
well,
can't.
she was way better than you.
She can't guard me.
yeah,
Last
yeah, I knew someone was gonna go there. He said she
night
can't
can't
guard me.
guard me.
Are you
Her
saying wait, money on the line, $1 million, game 5, you're gonna beat Lash Legend?
crying Lash Legend.
And what's
Fine,
the score? What's the score?
nigga. I give her like, look, you said game 5. I give her 3 points before I start clamping shit up. Before I start clamping shit up, yeah, this shit over with, man. You know how I get. I'm straight fouling her. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get a trick shot.
All right, I don't know where this is going again. Nigga said a trick shot. Shout
Nigga, I might get, bro. I'm on it. You tell me bread on the line. Sorry, Last Legend. You getting clamped. Welcome to Brody Penitentiary.
out. All right. Um. Once again, shout out to Paige. Shout out to Brie Bella.
For
Um.
obvious reasons.
I don't know what Seb be talking about. I'm not. I don't know what he's talking about. But Lash Legend, Nia Jax. It's gonna be an interesting match. Is that all the matches, right? I don't think it's anything
Yeah,
else.
that's
Um. All right, because I'm not sure. We're not very no for y'all for the fans. We will be back sometime next week with another WWE episode because we do have Clash in Italy coming, and I expect some things to transpire on the Monday Night Raw, even on SmackDown tonight. So we will be back for y'all to give our predictions and just see what happens with this Brock Lesnar story, what happens with Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Um, Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns,
I mean.
they're still having family beef and family drama. And one thing, Jay Uso, I don't mean no disrespect. Are you on coke? It's like every time I see him come out on television, he's pacing back and forth. He can't stay still. He, hey, Oos, Oos, and then, like, are you good? Like, yeah. So you don't be seeing him?
You just eager, bro. That's it.
Like, God, he has a lot of energy. Like, my God. But do you have anything else WWE related? Wait, hold on, because I always gotta show her respect. Shout out to Blake Monroe. Um, seems like she will be making. So what's wrong with you? Why can't you just chill?
Nah, she dead fire, yo. I was on Blake. Nah, I swear to you on everything. I
Nigga said
was on,
she's dead fire.
I was on her IG. I'm like, yo, she's dead sexy. Like, glamour. Like, nah, that glamour shit goes a long way. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like,
Yeah.
she dead. Oh man, what she gonna do with the WWE? She got the looks and the skills, man.
No, she gives me like Maurice vibes.
Nah, you just can't do what Blake Monroe do.
Hold on. Remember our childhood when Maurice was in her prime. Let's not get things.
Man, I was even looking at her. I was looking at Candace.
Stop. Oh. What the Skip Bayless? Oh, stop it. Like,
Man,
stop.
everybody who's looking at
Sam,
me for real.
Sam.
Be for real, man. Man,
I'm not saying
what
she
you
was
looking
the
at?
top girl, but she was top 5. We're not doing
Like
that. Sam. Who you had? Melina,
Melina, Candace,
Ken. Yeah, yeah, Candace.
Candace was
Candace
good.
was not top three though. I'll put Candace at four. Who was the girl? And she started doing like the backstage commentary too. Who was that? You remember? I know you remember the part
I
when
know you. I know you. Oh fuck! What her name? It
I
begins with
forget.
M.
I remember Batista interrupted her during the Slammy Awards. I'm forgetting her name.
Maria, not Maria.
Maria. No, no, no. Was it Maria?
Maria, yeah.
Maria. So Maria.
Maria. I'm going to ask you. She was on the cover of Playboy.
Are you not saying Trish Stratus?
Hell yeah. You know how much
Are
you
you
come?
are you not saying Kelly Kelly?
Kelly was dead fire too.
Yo,
She
7-6.
dead was fire too. Yo, real petite shit. Yo, there's a lot that come before Maurice. Yo, I ain't gonna front. She fine, but Kelly. Shit was so good. Her name
Ain't
was.
gonna lie, and some people may not agree. Beth Phoenix was fire. I'm not saying she wasn't
I
that.
don't know,
No,
bro.
Beth Phoenix was fire. She was like the modern day Rhea Ripley.
Nah, she was. She paved the way. She was definitely. I don't know,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
but Melina might have been top of the in the.
AJ Lee.
That came a little. Damn, I'm forgetting Layla. She dead.
Le- Shout out to Layla. Definitely go watch the interview we have with her out on our platform. Shout out to Layla. Michelle McCool. Undertaker. I don't want no smoke. Calm down.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Wait, hold on. You really feel Michelle McCool?
You're not enough for me. Just another man in love with me. Yo,
Theme song was fire.
she made the Divas title popping on SmackDown too. She was cool. She was cool. I think she tried to take a Layla shine. Layla was dead. She was the it factor for that
Okay.
for
Okay.
obvious reasons.
Chill. Layla, it's debatable family. Let's not do that, Seb.
Nah, she knew what's up. She knew that was our crush back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful woman. Still is.
Lita?
Fuck Lita. Nah, she did that to my boy Matt Hardy. Matt could forgive, but I can't.
You would have did the same thing.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, like
Nigga, if Edge is my man's and we on a trip and like
I don't know what their relationship really was.
they said there was man's, bro. They came into this business around the same time. That's backdoor if you
But
really think
there's
about
but there's different types of mans, right? Like that'll be different. It was like Matt and Jeff, nigga. Edge and Matt, we knew them for being mans. Like I knew Edge for being mans with Christian.
it. But they was
They
both
were
in the tag team scene, so they probably
no,
spent.
no, no. They was cool. I'm not saying they wasn't cool.
But to yeah, just to be on the road and yeah, niggas should have first of all when I watched the documentary, that shit was walking. Niggas should have knew something was up when it said, "Yo, I don't get along with the women in the locker room, so I'm gonna just right out at him." I'm like, bitch, no the fuck you not. You might as well rehab with me. That's the first time he should have knew that. Yo, shit. Nah, I don't know. Diving back to that shit, that was probably the realest storyline I think I ever heard though.
Nah, they had real problems. And shout out to Vince McMahon. He's once he's seen
He
that,
saw money.
there you go. I say he saw dollar signs
Yeah. He said, wait, a real storyline? Lita sleeping with Edge? Oh, we gotta make this to the storyline.
for sure. All right, but we went way off track due to Seb's fault. I don't know where this conversation went.
Man, fuck this new WWE, man.
What the fuck?
That's it, man. Where the heel GMs at, man? Too much of this nice guy, gentlemen, or I need a drink. Where the asshole GMs like the Eric Bischoffs of the world, the Paul Heymans, people that made our baby faces' lives miserable hell, man. Nowadays, we got these GMs that want
Bro,
to.
where listen, if I'm throwing and I wanted to say this, female Mount Rushmore, right? For me, Trish and Lita, Beth Phoenix, but the person I wanted to give flowers to, you talk about here, Vicky Guerrero. For the work that she did on SmackDown, if there was a person as a kid that got on your nerves, would do anything for the dude that she was fucking with. How many title shots Edge got in a month span?
just for cracking. He's like he put it on her. Next thing you know, she said, "You know what? I'm gonna throw you in this triple. I'm gonna put you in a triple threat."
She'll be like, Batista,
Sometimes,
you think that you are so good? So tonight you will go 1-on-1 with Edge. He'll be like, oh my, didn't he just defend it last night? Oh my god. That was a good time to be a fan of SmackDown, man.
shit, bro. Nah, this shit went way overboard though. But yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Clash of Castle coming up. We'll give our
All
Saturday
right, it's
review.
Clash in Italy. That's the second time you said it. I'm gonna look at you this time. It's not Clash in the Castle.
Clash
It's,
in Haiti.
it's Clash in Italy.
Clash in Haiti. Clash in Norway. Freaking Clash
Clash
in
Clash in Elmont?
Clash in whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. Stay tuned, man. We're gonna have our predictions once the full card is out. We're gonna review some Saturday night main event. Saturday night main event coming into Madison Square Garden. Any fans of It's Debatable, if y'all want to come through, talk what y'all want to talk. We're definitely gonna be out there. We're gonna definitely, talk to the peoples, man. Should be a good one.
Yeah, be on the lookout. You never know when It's Debatable will be outside. If you see us, don't be afraid to, chop it up. The next big thing is a big weekend is Fanatics Fest. We will be in the building. Letting y'all know now I'm gonna be drunk. I'm doing all types of interviews. You feel me? I'm crashing performances. You feel me? I'm doing a lot that weekend. Also, it's the same weekend as the next Saturday night's main event right there in the garden. I'm not paying for no tickets. I'm just walking in the building type shit. We gonna be in a lot of bullshit that weekend. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at It's Debatable. Double underscore. Follow me at Justin Jones on Facebook for details and developments on the platform. And as Chris Jericho said, your sister was a drug addict, your father was an alcoholic, and you are going to drink. It's
Hmm.
inevitable. You're going to drink.
Yeah, at that point, let me just pour up a drink myself. So I'm about to head to the liquor store. It's only inevitable, right?
Where is he?
Fuck.